Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be learning how to draw a character. A character you guys might have known for a while on the YouTube channel. Sophia Pacey. The way we're going to do this is, people have always wondered, how do I draw my characters and how can I do it? Well, I'm here to show you how. I've not met that many people who got the question, but I just wanted to make this so if you guys ever want to feel like maybe send some fan art, if I even accept any, then yeah. I'll show you how to do this. And this is just for a little quick fun, just something for me to upload at least something. Now, what you're gonna need for this is, first you're gonna need a piece of paper, of course. This one is 7 to 5 inches. However, 11 to 9 is okay, like, as long as you don't make your character too small on your piece of paper. Next, what you're gonna be needing is a pencil, something to outline your drawing, like maybe a pen or marker or so, and to color your picture, either some crayons or colored pencils. Before we get started, I want to point out how this drawing video is going to go. First, we got the sketching, then we got the outlining, and then finally, the coloring. I'll explain why I'm pointing this out. There are videos out there that show you how to draw, but they only use the marker. There's like those marker drawings that, don't really show you how to actually do good on these. So, we're going to go step by step, and we're going to learn a few things in this video. That way, you guys are able to be better at those drawing videos that only show you how to use a single marker. So, if you guys watch my videos, you've probably seen what the type of bodies I use for my characters. Well, here's how the base of it is begun. But how everybody is made is, you look at proportions and other resource. I have this mannequin right here that shows me where each shape of the limbs, where they all connect. And then I shorten them out into this short steps. Alright. We're going to start with the head. Now, usually a lot of people just start with the face, but we're going to go with a circular head like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure that you get a good round enough for you to like work out a bit and then fix it a little bit until it looks like we have a perfect circle. Now, just erase the lines a little bit. There you got your head. Next, let's go on with the neck. All that the neck is just these two long lines right here. Just like that. We just go down from the body all the way to the legs and the arms. So, we'll go next is shoulders. So, as you see, it makes this triangle. Connects that here, make it a little square, and then mirror that one triangle and put it on the right side. When you erase this line, you should get like a tiny little hill or a trapezoid sort of type shape. Okay, next we have the torso. It's pretty easy. We simply just make these two lines are going this way. They are indenting into this part. Here we got the top part of the chest. The next step are going to be the hips, or per se. You know what? Those aren't hips. Nah. Alright, bottom part of the torso. It's pretty much the same like these. You just gotta upside down it, per se. Now, let's make sure that that's straight. Bam. Right there. There it is. Alright. Alright, right next is right here around the you-know-what. Depending on which kind you're making, you always want to make sure that you have at least this to give you a shape of where it would be. Next, Now, how the legs are made, you just... I learned on this channel. I learned on another short, a YouTube short, of how to easily make thighs or hips. You just got 2 triangles going against this one. All the basic shapes: trapezoids, triangles, circles. Now, the way that the thighs are made, they just like this. Curve right here. This is where your kneecap would be. Mirror at the other side. And bam. Let's see. Looks like I'm running out of room for the bottom of the leg, but we're fine, right? We should be okay. Now, yeah, it'll just read at the very bottom of the page, which is fine for me. But if you guys have a larger piece of paper, I'm sure you'll be able to have more space. Alright, so we got the legs. Those are legs. Right now, here we got the heel. Now, we'll worry about feet and hands later. For now, let's work on the arms. So, as you can see, every bone is connected from either a tiny circle or so. Now, arms are very similar to legs. They're just skinnier and shorter. And the way I like to measure them is that the elbow is level with the indentation between the top and the bottom of the torso. So let's do that, shall we? I'll make a tiny little circular shape right there. We got a forearm right here. As you can see, it does level up with that. Mirror this side. Fairly similar. Alright. For elbow, we're gonna draw the little circle here, just like the kneecaps for the thighs. Now, let's go on the bottom arm. We're gonna, for now, like this, we're gonna stop it at the bottom of the thigh. Alright, so there you got your basic arm. Straighten it out just a little bit, depending on what your art style is. You would either make this straight or have it at just a little bit of a curve. Now, hands and feet. They're pretty similar to just different shapes and all. So, for hands, you gotta make the wrist, where the wrist would start, which is another circle. Then, the hand goes down from right there. Like where your hand would rest if you were straight with your posture. Do the same on this side. Fairly similar. There you go. Here's how to do the feet. You just triangle again. One's facing that way, and the other one goes the other. So now you have the basic structure of a body. That's how you draw, or that's how you sketch one of my art styled characters. So, the face. It has 4 quadrants worth of a face. The center would be usually where your nose is, on the y-intercept. Now, usually, this line would be somewhere else, depending on where the face is actually going to be. So, let's see. Nose. Now, what I like to do is that I draw the hair first. So let's do that. These guidelines actually help you though to get the perfect shape. This is one bane. Now I can get the other one. like this. There. Now we can start drawing the other things, like the eye. This is how you draw the eye. You just go from here and you just curve it down like this. Same thing for the other one. Although, for me, it's a bit harder because I'm right-handed and I'm not used to drawing like that, so I usually gotta practice a little bit, get it perfect. There you go. Just a little bit more. There. You always want to double check. And okay, next one. Alright, let's work on eyes. These guidelines again will help you out. A little circle at the top of the guideline. And then another one right here, just to mirror it. There. Alright. Let's go for eyelashes now. The way I do it is that I just start from here and then connect it like that. It's fairly easy. Not that much of a complication. Shade it in if you want to, depending on what you're gonna do. Now, you just add the smile. Okay, let's work on the back of the hair. You just make a wave like this, like a wavelength. And it should go behind her. Do the same from here. It connects from the shoulders right there. If you get it right. And there, you got her face. Now, we're going on to the weird part, but honestly, I've done it so many times that it's not really a big deal for me anymore. You want to start off from here, and you get the curves. Just a little bit from here, but not connecting completely to it. There, and then depending on your style, you can make it curvier or not. Just depends on what you want to do. There. For the majority of the rest of the drawing, it's just outlining the rest of the picture and also making the body smoother, like this. As you can see, you get the curves between the torso to the waist. Then you just connect it with smooth lines. Just like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There. You got yourself the main body. Now, there we go. You got yourself the main body right there. Now, from the story I'm currently developing, Sophie's got 3 different costumes throughout the entire thing. We got the normal one, the one where she's usually outside playing in the fields and all, and this is when she goes to bed. We're gonna go for, you can go for either one of these. For this one, it's fairly similar to what this is. You just gotta draw the extra boots and the gloves. And it's pretty similar. Then you got that belt right there. But for now, we'll go for this one. As you can, if you can closely see, wherever I erased the legs, you can still quite see them from the coloring. Which is fine. It's not that visible when I'm actually filming, but you don't really point that out until now. So we're gonna go for this one. So the way you want to do that is you already got the chest. So what you really gotta do now is just draw this big curvy part, which is fairly similar. Like you just start from here and you connect it from the bottom to the top to where it starts, to where it connects. Alright, and we just make it a bit more curvy here, like give it a bigger curve. And if this overlaps with your hands, that's fine, it's a sketch. We can fix that later. And then you just end it there, underneath the feet. I cleaned it up just a little bit so you guys have a better picture. Anyways, now let's work on the details inside it. We'll start by the bottom right here. It's just a straight line. And either way, if you're coloring this or just shading it in, you'd have this piece right here. Now, from right here, we have these little sashes and all. So we'll start with the near around here and just mirrored it like that. Then, from here to like the top, we have this dot. We'll put a dot there, and we'll connect the dot from these two sides right here. And there. Very similar. We'll get these two pieces right here. We'll just turn these two elbow joints into this bigger circle, like that looks like that. And then we'll create the neckline here. Let's see. And then we can get we can draw the gloves like this. Just very similar. We just got leave a tiny bit of space, and then for the crown, you got circle, 3 little circles. It's always just very similar circles. You just do that. Then you connect the dots just like that with a curve. These circles were inspired, or they were inspired by a redraw that my friend Logan made, and he did this with his own style. I was like, that's pretty cool. So, points to him. Alright, then we got the pendant. That just she wears around the neck. And there. That's the whole thing. Now, you can stop here if you want to, but we're going to begin in the outline of this drawing. And what you got to do is erase the rough draft and overdo it with the pen. I'm going to time lapse it so you don't have to watch the whole thing. It's going to take too much time anyway. So while I outline, you can listen to the music or pause the video so you can do it yourself. While I do my version, all right. All right, so I ran into a problem. I forgot how we did the hands. So the way you want to do the hands, you just want to overlap it like this. So you see this circle, just like that. I'll move it down just a little bit. Make a big long oval like that. Then you just want to split it up just a little bit. So you got that tiny thumb, and the rest of it is like a mitten. And then you want to do the other side as well. Can't forget that. I'm not. It's not always the same for me. I don't know why. I can't keep it accurate, but you get what I mean, right? It's very similar. Anyways, I'm back with the time lapse. I had to pause for a second because my pen just ran out of ink, so I went to go get another one. By the time you're done, it should look a little bit like this. Now, let's zoom in a bit. I tried to avoid getting weird looking jaw lines like this, but we're in a hurry to get this finish. I also made these eyes just a little bit bigger because I thought they would be more appealing anyways. And I also smoothed everything out off screen. So this is what it should look like. You got your outline drawing. I can see I also erased the old legs. It seems like there's still just a little bit there, but I erased what was used to be inside of what is known as the gown. But yeah, here it is. This should be your next to finished product. Now, we can add color. If you want to stop here, you can. If you're not, then that's fine. But we're gonna add some color now. The color you want to add first is going to be, well, the medium right now. Currently, the highlight of the entire thing is yellow. Is that a bug? But yeah, most of it is yellow. So we're gonna start with yellow. To find the right yellow, it depends on what colors you have. So, for crayons, I would usually use colors like yellow, which is really what you really should be using. But if you have more colors like me, I usually also use goldenrod or gold for the other colors, like the sash and the gloves. For pencils, it's usually yellow for the main color, or golden yellow. And then for the accessories, they have harvest gold and bronze yellow. There's another color called antique brass that I also use, depending on what I want. Depending on if it's something like metal type, like the crown. And here's what that color looks like for crayon and colored pencil. It looks like brown, but honestly, if you've seen a brass instrument, you know what it actually looks like. It's a yellow. Now, for this sketchbook, I mainly use crayons, so I'm not going to be using these pencils, but you can if you want to. I will give you a translation of what the colors are going to be. So let's start with our main one, which is yellow. That is not yellow, that's goldenrod. This is yellow. Okay, we're going to start with yellow, which you for pencil, you either use yellow or golden yellow, depending on your style. You want to look at our reference. We have this area and then the top area. So we're just going to get through all of this right here. When you're done doing that, you should have something like this. Yeah, as you can see, the pencil line is still there, but that's going to happen either way, depending on even if you use crayon or colored pencil. It's always going to be there. I haven't found a way how to take that out, but it doesn't really matter for me. The only way it matters is if you're able to like professionally take it out of there, but it's fine. All right, the medium stuff, I either use gold, antique brass, or goldenrod. Those translated colors are going to be antique brass colored pencil version, harvest gold pencil, or bronze yellow pencil. Again, I'm going to be using crayon only in this sketchbook, so just remember that those are the colors for pencils that you want to use. If you do it right, you have goldenrod for the gloves, the just normal gold color for sash, and antique brass for the crown. Okay, next step is a bit decisive, because you can either draw her either as human or as a normal just biological flower type thing. So if you're thinking of human, then I would suggest these Crayola Colors of the World. I use these for human characters like Crazen, Charmin, and more. So, if you're using those, I would suggest these skin tone crayons, and then try to go for medium almond on her, which would be this area, anything but the hair and my eyes. But, well, that'll be for another time. We'll use those crayons in another video. So, alright. Instead, we're going to be going through the flower version. So, we're going to go for... This is my chart of colors. I have another page that has another 8 rows of colors. So, I'm thinking, we're thinking pine green or forest green, depending on which kind of box you have. I have 120, so I can choose either of these. So, I'm thinking pine green for skin tone. For head, it's just going to be white, so I don't really need to color that since the paper's already white. But if you have a different kind of paper, which I don't know why you would use the white crayon. Even though it looks bad. So for pine green and forest green, I have both of them in colored pencil form and crayon form. So, pine green, let's see, pine green or forest green? I feel like, I'm thinking pine green looks the best, so these two would work great. But of course, again, I'm using pine green on a crayon because this is crayon, so it would go here, right there. I don't need to time-lapse this is pretty short. They just go in these areas right here. And then the neck. If you don't have pine greens, you can substitute it for tropical, or not tropical forest green, but forest green. You can replace it with that if you want, if you need to. All the colors are pretty similar. Pine green is in 96 pack, and forest green is just in the 64 pack. So, depending on which one you have, that's the color you would use. Like I said, the face is just all going to be white, but don't really have to do that right now. So we'll skip to the next color. And now Sophie is a redhead, so if you were drawing her as human, you would use I would use the red hair colored pencil from Colors of the World. Or I guess there is a crayon, but nobody can find the 32 pack these days. But since we're drawing this flower, we use a very similar hair color, but it's not natural. So we got scarlet crayon or red orange pencil, and you would just draw. I almost used the wrong end, but we draw right here. Just color all this in, just like that. Last but not least would be the eyes and the pendant, which are fairly similar colors. Okay, so for eyes, if you were drawing her as human, you would choose green eyes from the Colors of the World color pencil set. But if it was normal, you could use jade green from color pencils, which is very similar. But for crayons, you got yellow green, shamrock, fern for eyes, or its colored pencil counterparts. Yellow, green, shamrock, fern. These three right here, depending on which set you have. Anyways, but before you even try coloring, let's work on giving the eyes a bit of shine. So, the way you want to do that is just draw an additional circle inside of the eye. And if you try shading that in, it should give it a bit of illusional shine. That one was a bit too wide, so I'm gonna round it back up a bit to match the other one. It's fairly similar, and then you would outline that in pen or marker, depending on which one you use, and you would use one of these colors. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Let's see, this one. This is the one with all the gel in it. So. Alright, erase the pencil behind it. Oh, I didn't let it dry enough. Oh, I guess the ink marks don't show up on the thing, so it's fine. look at my colors again. So I'm thinking, let's see, shamrock. What does shamrock look like? Shamrock is very similar to green. And then fern. Let's see, I think yellow-green would probably look the best. Actually, no, that's brighter. So let's go for shamrock. For crayon. Shamrock crayon. There, you got those eyes. For the pendant, you do quite just a little bit the same. Just add some shine to it. Just like that. I'm going to speed up a little bit by just doing pen only. You don't need the pencil, really. Just showing you how to do it safely. Anyways, for the pendant, it's just green. You can use a green pencil or a green crayon, so I'm just going to do that. That should be your finishing touches to Sophia Pacey. That's how you draw her. Now, usually you would sign your picture, but I don't have enough room for that, so I think we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching this how to draw video. If you guys like this type of video, I can make even more of them, but I just wanted to start off with probably one of the most known characters on this channel, if you even pay attention. But yeah, there's how to draw Sophia Pacey. If you want to learn more, we can learn how to draw a pen fisher, which is the main mascot of the channel. He's up there, actually. That guy up there, mascot of PiranhaDub, guy on the profile picture. If you want to learn how to draw him, he's fairly similar. They'll also let you know how to draw a man. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Comment what did you think I should do next time.